Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dan on Sports. Well, the area media has been very mum about the story which broke on Friday by WPRI in Providence, a television station, that an investor perhaps is wooing the Connecticut Sun to move to Rhode Island. Now, just a little backstory here. The Sun admitted before the start of the WNBA season that they had hired a firm exploring several options for the franchise, including a possible sale. There has been nothing since about this story other that the state of Connecticut was trying to work to convince the Sun to stay in Connecticut. At issue, of course, is market size and arena. The WNBA has exploded in popularity. In fact, on Tuesday night, the Connecticut Sun played its second game ever at TD Garden in Boston, hosting Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Doing it, by the way, going up against the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. That was unheard of years ago. You'd never programmed against the Baseball All-Star Game, the Midsummer Classic. Now you've got the WNBA programming against the All-Star Game in Boston, which is a big baseball town. So anyway, the story, which broke on the Providence television station website, has received very little coverage, including in Boston, which desperately wants a WNBA franchise, was trying to poach the Connecticut Sun. That doesn't appear to be happening, but wants a WNBA franchise big time. Nothing, not a sniff from what I can see about whether these area markets are interested in the story that was put out by the Providence State. Here's the story. I'm going to put it up for you right here. Governor Dan McKee on Friday had a meeting and tour of the Amica Mutual Pavilion to discuss the possibility of relocating the WNBA's Connecticut Sun team to Providence. McKee's office did not immediately comment on the substance of the tour or who participated, but a copy of McKee's personal schedule confirmed he was at the AMP for a quote-unquote meeting and tour from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Friday. The schedule provided no other details. The story, by the way, goes on to say that they actually configured the arena for a basketball game. Now, the arena is used by Providence College, Big East basketball. It was host to an NCAA regional tournament last year. Also was the home of the AHL Providence Bruins. But they configured the arena specifically for basketball for this tour. And again, not a peep. Not a peep out of the Connecticut media. In fact, the Providence television station went on to say that those parties involved would not comment, including the Connecticut Sun. The point being, are we closer to a sale of the Connecticut Sun to a big-time investor who would move the team to Providence, Rhode Island? Listen, it's not that far-fetched. That arena, the Amica Arena, is bigger than the Mohegan Sun Arena, which when the Connecticut Sun moved to Uncasville back in the day, that was considered one of the crown jewels of WNBA arenas. Now it's small, capacity under 10,000. The practice facilities are not good. So it's not as far-fetched to think this team might relocate to Providence, bigger arena, very near an international airport, and, I might add, has a bigger population base when you factor in Providence and eastern Connecticut and also southern Massachusetts. Makes a lot of sense. And as I said, there has been really nothing in the media outside of that report by the Providence television station. So it'll be an interesting story. Nothing has broken. Maybe we're going to wait and see the story break after the game is played at TD Garden between the Connecticut Sun and Indiana Fever. But right now, outside of the Providence TV station, not a peep out of the fact that the Connecticut Sun just might be being wooed by a businessman who wants to relocate the team to Providence, Rhode Island. That's going to do it for Dan on Sports. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And see you later.